Hi, and welcome to yet another edition of Ask Miss Judes. As always, I hope you're taking care of yourself, that you're enjoying life as God gives it, and you are presenting your best self in every opportunity that you have. I also want to thank you all for watching the videos, sharing them with your circle of friends and family, and also for sending your questions and comments in. I know most of you do it privately, but it works. However, if you're able to actually comment in the comment section, it might be of more benefit to all of our community members. Today, I think what I want to do is more of a musing. I want to ask a question that I'm hoping will trigger something in every one of us. And in your responses, which I hope you'll be generous enough to share in the comment section or by email as always, whatever works for you, is that I want us to be thinking about what I have called, is experience the best teacher? That's a question I want us to think about. I had recently done a video about hearing and listening and the difference and why it's important to listen. In this one, I want us to look at whether experience is the best teacher. I ask because there is a very popular cliche. Everyone say, oh, experience is the best teacher. My question to you today is, if experience is the best teacher, why is it that some people make the same mistakes over and over and over again? I want to suggest, from my perspective, that what is the best teacher is the reflection on the experience, not the experience itself. However, because this is going to be an engaging conversation, I'm open to hear what every one of you think is the right position or is your position with reason. So when I asked if experience is the best teacher, I was thinking of several situations that I found myself in recently. So, for example, in the political space, we have had people who presented themselves as representatives of their constituencies who do not deliver, do not represent us well, and yet they will go back and be re-elected. And you're saying to yourself, am I the only one who is seeing that this person is not doing what they're supposed to be doing? They're not keeping their word, they are not delivering or anything, but for some reason, people are either apathetic or just keep doing the same things over and over again. So that is a political example. For some people who have other challenges, maybe a student, for example, who would not study regularly, wait until last minute when there's exam, try to crash study, fall ill, miss the exam or underperform, and you would think that they will learn from it and the next course will come and it will happen again. I want to submit that there is an innate laziness in some of us because thinking is hard and reflecting means that we have to think. And the reason I can submit that thinking is hard was many years ago when I used to work with an NGO. We used to spend the summers in a lovely part of Switzerland. And some young ones of us is a French part of Switzerland, and we were learning French. And as a means of forcing us into using the language, every summer when we went there, we would task ourselves that for the first 3 weeks or so, we're only going to speak French, even if we were with English speaking people. We wanted to compel ourselves to use the language. And I realized that for the first maybe 6 to 10 days, I always had headaches in the evening. And this is a lovely place, way up in the mountains, fresh air, amazing people. It took me a while to realize that it was my effort to try to think in French. So foolishly, I would think in English and try to translate it to French, and it often never worked. But the example I'm drawing from here is the fact that thinking is not easy. And if we're honest with ourselves, it's easier to just do the thing that makes us feel better right now without thinking of the long term consequences. Now, if we can all agree that reflecting on experiences is what we learn from rather than just the experience itself, we may even be careful how we talk to people, how we reproduce what we hear, because this cliche, I've been hearing it since I was a child. Experience is the best teacher. I'm like, no. Lots of people have unpleasant experiences that they reproduce over and over and over again because they've not been intentional in reflecting on those experiences, finding out why those experiences happen, why it makes them feel unhappy, and why is it that if this is an unpleasant experience, it keeps happening. Things will keep happening if we're not intentional about the experience itself, how we felt in the moment, and the outcome of that experience, and the consequences that we will live with as a result of that experience. As a young person, I was probably one of those people who were preoccupied with consequences, that I was very intentional about everything that I did. Looking back now, it probably felt a bit stiff and difficult at the time, but I really could not afford to have unpleasant experiences just ruining my life. So I want to encourage you today. I know I probably shouldn't have said my position. I should have just left it as an open question and let's have fun with this. But I couldn't resist the fact that if experience is the best teacher, people will not repeat mistakes over and over. Therefore, I submit to you that have answered my own question and taken away the excitement from this conversation. That is not to say that there will not be dissenting opinions that will be engaging enough to make me reconsider my position. So as always, I'm going to ask, as we're reflecting and thinking of your response to this question, that you like, share, and subscribe. You contribute to the comment section with your experience of whether experience is the best teacher or what else you think is the best teacher when it comes to life experiences. And again, if you do not want to leave your comments in the section, you can send an email to askmissjudes@gmail.com. So that's askmzjuds@gmail.com. And I'm going to appeal to you. Keep those questions coming. I look forward to coming your way again real soon. Challenge my position. It makes life a lot more exciting. Take care, and I'll come your way again real soon. Bye.